I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. Which is why I sit here with sadness today to report to you that I'm incredibly disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters, my brother, Floyd Money Mayweather.
Just when many began to take it lightly, Stephen A. Smith exposed Floyd Mayweather further and revealed the many attempts he made to scam his way out of bankruptcy.
That money to the IRS, how much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this, he makes so much money, there's probably a...
Stephen A. Smith has found himself in the position of an investigative reporter over the past few days. Interestingly, he has been privy to this information because he has some guys in Floyd Mayweather's team updating him on every development. The well-known commentator for ESPN has made some bold claims here about Floyd Mayweather and his finances, which are more than wild.
That's all he needs to do to erase that debt. Don't go to the damn poker table. Don't go to the blackjack table. Don't go to the slot machine for crying out loud, even if it's only asking you for $1. Don't do it. Stay the hell out of the casino other than your...
Stephen A. Smith claimed Floyd Mayweather's lifestyle got him broke after acquiring so many houses and cars that haven't been of use to him. Speaking on his show, Stephen A. Smith of ESPN said of Mayweather recently, "I'm here today to share that I'm deeply disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters, my brother Floyd Money Mayweather. Is his daily and monthly overhead so high that the money is just gone? Trust me, it's gone. Now, if you call him, he'll be hosting at your local nightclub because he needs that action right now."
It ain't good to make all that money if you ain't got any of it to keep for yourself, bro. When you look at the Vegas casinos, just think twice about going down there yourself. That's all. Send your boys to do it for you. Order room service. Chill out, do something. Anything but gamble, bro. Keep your money. Because as great as you are, I got news for you.
He then added, explaining how Floyd has been fighting bankruptcy by using fake investments to get loans and deals from financial institutions. However, he was recently exposed after he got into debt with an organization for 4 years and could not get enough cash to pay.
No, which is where my disappointment comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space.
Here's what I do know, which is where my disappointment comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. Stephen A. reported, Floyd is busy looking for schemes to bail himself out of bankruptcy. He spent so much that money has refused to come out of him. All the investments are to get deals to keep up with the lifestyle. He was recently called out by a company he owes. It's really crazy for him. According to Stephen A. Smith, boxing champion Floyd Mayweather Jr. is once again embroiled in a legal controversy, and this time RICO allegations are involved. According to the ESPN reporter, Leonard Sulmanov, owner of online retailer Lenzo & Company, is alleging that Mayweather owes him nearly $4 million for a 3-year-old luxury jewelry purchase.
When they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes, and you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right. I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
On Friday, Sulmanov filed a lawsuit in Miami federal court accusing the boxer of refusing to pay the balance on a 2021 deal for several luxury watches, a diamond necklace, and a ring. The jeweler claims he received $267,000 in 2 cash payments, with Mayweather still owing him $3.8 million. In the suit, Sulmanov states that though he was told to put away his phone to ensure the transaction was private, he was able to discreetly film the meeting with another phone. He is also alleging that Mayweather and his company, the Money Team, violated the RICO, Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations, Act citing fraud, civil conspiracy, breach of contract, and civil theft.
An exhibition match, all right, that's fine. You know, kind of sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it. John Gotti III, I don't know anything about him. I'm not trying to disrespect him. And yes, I'm being smart. I'm not trying to disrespect the grand.
Mayweather, TMT, and possibly others have systematically created, participated, and engaged in what could be described as a quasi-criminal money laundering scheme involving high-end, rare, and exclusive luxury watches and jewelry, the suit states. The defendants, acting in concert and with other financially incentivized third parties, will purchase and acquire luxury watches by soliciting watch brokers like plaintiffs herein and offering them upfront cash with payment terms in exchange for the purchase of watches and jewelry, with no intention of paying off the total balances. Even the exhibition fights that Mayweather always used as a backup plan to get himself out of financial messes were heavily criticized by Stephen A. Smith. Smith weighed in on Floyd's exhibitions after the brawl between the teams of Floyd Mayweather and John Gotti III.
This. When you're great, when you're elite, not just anybody deserves to be in your pristine space. And
Mayweather and Gotti were in action for a scheduled 8-round exhibition match this past Sunday. Things got awkward before the bout even started, as Mayweather brought a sizable entourage with him ringside, and referee Kenny Bayless demanded that space be cleared around the ring before the bout could even start. Gotti also had a slew of his supporters in the crowd, and things would soon get ugly between the two sides. Both Mayweather and Gotti were talking trash as the fight progressed, and the fight was stopped in the 6th round due to Gotti's excessive holding. After the fight, Gotti went after Mayweather, and the two swung at each other. This led to a massive brawl between the Mayweather and Gotti camps. During an episode of ESPN's First Take, Stephen A. Smith shared his views on Mayweather continuing to take exhibition fights. For me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining, Smith said. I liked the one with Conor McGregor, not so much the one with Logan Paul. I just see some of these things, and this is my personal feeling. When you're that great and you're that elite, not just anyone deserves to be in the ring with you. Even if you are retired, even if it is for exhibition purposes. As far as the post-fight brawl is concerned, Smith isn't putting much thought into it. That little melee and stuff doesn't matter to me, Smith said. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated, I don't know. But I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather. I just believe that.
Floyd Mayweather had an exhibition boxing match. And in this boxing match, Floyd Money Mayweather decides, who's he fighting? What's the name of that guy? John Gotti III. Ladies and gentlemen, chaos broke out. And I'm not talking about legit, bona fide boxing, pure boxing chaos. I'm talking about that individual that he was fighting right there is the grandson of the late infamous mobster John Gotti. I am not aware of John Gotti III having any real kind of boxing background. I did not see the fight, although I heard he lost every round and Floyd Money Mayweather was whipping him pretty good. I was not there. I did not see it. I do not know.
Even YouTuber Jake Paul has suggested that boxing superstar Floyd Mayweather did not pay his brother for their exhibition bout because he is bankrupt. His older brother Logan extended his entire 8-round contest with the American more than a year ago and has repeatedly suggested he was underpaid for the fight. This claim has been denied by Mayweather. But Jake has supported his brother's argument with his comments suggesting the boxing legend has lost his €1 billion fortune. In an interview with Rob Moore, Jake said, "Floyd Mayweather is bankrupt. I've been saying it all along. I think he probably spent it on the girls he pays to be around him."
Yeah. So we're gonna sue Floyd Mayweather.
Yo, what's good with this? Are we? What's good with the conversation about this? Last night you were doing one of these. Are we saying that or what?
He hasn't sued him yet.
Oh, got it.
We're still talking.
Got
to him.
it.
There's still conversations that are happening.
Well, he got sued. You know he got sued.
He's been sued multiple times
for the same fight. Yo, something's going on, and there's one side That's very clear to see.
Even if they want to come and get some sparring in, let's run it.
Now, did Logan ever get paid with the situation with Floyd Mayweather?
Nah, not yet. Floyd Mayweather's broke. You know, that's what a lot of people don't realize. He gets these big checks and doesn't pay the taxes on it. And then the IRS comes hunting him down later. He owes a lot of people I know money. And Logan's deep down on that.
So, the comments come after Logan took to Instagram earlier this month to take a look at Mayweather on the 1-year anniversary of their battle. He said, 1 year ago today, I ran into Floyd Mayweather. He's hard to beat, but even harder to cash in on. Who should I fight next? Mayweather was expected to earn 55 million euros from the fight, with Logan taking 15 million euros of the rest. The boxing legend has dismissed the American YouTuber's claims as nonsense, while also claiming that Paul has suggested the pair have a rematch since then.
So he is the promotional arm of his fights. It's why, in part, he makes so much money, because whereas a normal promotional company will take 30%, he is that. And so oftentimes for his fights, before the tickets can go on sale to the public, or like right as they go on sale, he'll buy a whole wing, a whole section, and then he'll sell them at a higher price, marked up, so he can make,
like all the floor seats. He takes all of them.
All of them. 3, 4, 5x. And it's part of his business.
However, Floyd Mayweather reacted to these bankruptcy claims by announcing a false $42 million investment, silencing those who believe he is having money issues. Since retiring from professional boxing, the undefeated boxer has built an entire career around silencing doubters both inside and outside of the ring. Despite retiring with a perfect 50-0 record and beating some of the very best of his era, the 47-year-old rarely receives his flowers from fans of the sport. Once again, Floyd Mayweather did all this to earn the praise of fans for his recent actions, simultaneously silencing the doubters and helping those in need. Mayweather falsely claimed he splashed an enormous $42 million on an affordable housing deal in Manhattan.
You can do the same. It's all about making power moves.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
And I'm pointing like this because all of them. We're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on. You know what
According to his fake reports and documents, the boxing legend is continuing his delve into the real estate world, primarily in Upper Manhattan, striking a $42 million deal to acquire 1,000 affordable housing units. As confirmed by The Real Deal, a section of the deal has already been wrapped up, with the remainder set to be completed in the following months. More than 60 buildings of 1,000 affordable houses were purchased by Mayweather, making it one of the most significant multifamily deals of the year in New York. Sadly, none of these was found in the state records after investigation. Floyd Mayweather's large investment was mainly aimed at putting an end to rumors that he is broke. While he's one of the biggest names of his generation in the sport of boxing, reports claimed that he has had ongoing money problems, which was considered a major factor in why he entertained a fight with Conor McGregor back in 2017. Since then, those rumors of his issues have escalated and have arguably been aided by his interest in exhibition bouts, with his most recent outing coming less than 2 months ago on August 24th. While his financial situation is unclear, it does seem like the earlier rumors are not legit following the huge housing investment that he backed in Manhattan. Interestingly, Floyd has made several attempts to tackle his doubters himself, especially the ones who believe he is broke. Banters often tend to turn serious, but most of the time they remain harmless exchanges with both parties shaking hands and making up afterward. Thankfully, this one fell under the latter category. In the boxing world, when in Las Vegas, it's almost impossible to avoid one of the city's most prominent residents. Floyd Mayweather Jr., the unbeaten former world champion, recently crossed paths with a renowned promoter who who was in town for the upcoming clash between Diego Pacheco and Steven Nelson.
Now I'm here to talk to the people about one of my jewelers. And it's not one of my new jewelers, one of my low-key jewelers, Tony, at Pasha in Manhattan Beach, California. You guys need to come check him out. Now today, let me show you guys what I purchased.
The discussion between Mayweather Jr. and the promoter took an unexpected turn when the former champion brought up a topic from last year. Had the conversation involved different personalities, it might have taken another direction. Credit to Mayweather Jr. and the promoter for navigating a thorny subject with ease. As of now, details about Mayweather Jr.'s next exhibition fight remain undisclosed. He fought John Gotti III in a rematch last August. Standing beside him, Mayweather Jr. revealed he doesn't use social media apps on his phone. Addressing an associate, he recalled how the promoter once painted a grim picture of his finances. So, one day, somebody said, because I don't have social media on my phone, so they showed me. He was like, Floyd Mayweather ain't got no money. That's why he is doing exhibitions, said the former 5-division champion.
Tony, matter of fact, I don't need to tell him, you tell him.
We got a little rose gold sky dweller, chocolate dial, 40 karat pear shape, 1 carat each, tennis bracelet, only from the best of the champ.
Now when you guys come here, if you want to have
the famous Mayweather Jr. jokingly remarked to his associate that the promoter often spins such narratives, perhaps struggling to accept the reality. But in the end, they cleared the air. But one thing about that, me and him got it clear, said Mayweather Jr. The promoter quipped, we said as long as it's 10 or 20, no problem. This remark had everyone in laughter. Anything less can't be less than 10, cause then we're struggling for money, he added, fueling more mirth. Floyd Mayweather Jr. then mentioned showing some of his accounts to him, prompting the promoter to comment, imagine how much money Floyd Mayweather would have made if I was his promoter. Once again, this sent Mayweather Jr. and his friends into fits of laughter. It was a few months ago that the promoter reportedly raised questions over Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s net worth. I don't think he's got the money he says he has. I don't think he needs the money, but when you've got that lifestyle, when he's spending what he's spending, you start to wonder, said the promoter during an interview. The famous Brit has cast doubt on Floyd Mayweather's true financial status, questioning whether the undefeated boxing legend actually possesses the wealth he claims. He remarked, I don't think he's got the money. This remark coincided with reports speculating about Mayweather Jr.'s financial status. However, his high-value asset purchases suggest he remains far removed from such rumors, still ranking as one of the wealthiest sports figures in the world. Sadly, Floyd Mayweather isn't always able to confront all his naysayers, as there are some who know more than he can withhold. To Floyd Mayweather, 50 Cent isn't just a doubter, he's a threat to sanity.
So, y'all gotta know the difference between a hack bag and a Birkin bag.
Aside from other debts that got leaked to the public after Mayweather made several attempts to cover up, 50 Cent always claims the boxing legend owes him $2 million, which was caused by his lavish lifestyle. Despite just returning from a long time out, Mayweather chose to celebrate his return with cars and jewelry, paying little attention to the things that mattered. It appears Mayweather needed some promotion and approached 50 for some help. Having started TMT Promotions before Mayweather's recent bout in jail, the boxer owes the rapper over $2 million. When he was released from prison, Mayweather spent the money he owed on jewelry and cars instead of repaying his debt.
Andre Durrell, IBF champion Billy Dip, WBA champion Celestino Calabero. So we brought them over. I brought him over while Floyd was, still incarcerated. Yeah. Then he comes home. There's the Let's Get Floyd Back in Pocket campaign that goes on, where it's $300,000 chains being bought and buying the new Lamborghini and all these new things. And then
Mayweather was actually going into jail. He asked me to help him with Mayweather Promotions. As he actually got in, and I took a look, I realized there is no Mayweather Promotions. There's no LLC. There's no SEALs. There's no incorporated company. Technically, Floyd is a Golden Boy fighter. He fights on every Golden Boy card. They do all the footwork. So when he says, help me with Mayweather Promotions, and it's not there, I go, okay, I know what he means. He wants me to put it together for him. So I do TMT Promotions. I get it all the way together. He comes home and there's the Let's Get Floyd Back in Pocket campaign that goes on, where there's $300,000 chains being bought and buying him the new Lamborghini. And I'm sitting there going, when are you going to give me the money? It's about $2 million owed at that point. When he finally does bring up the actual situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. Like, I didn't tell y'all to do that. Mayweather may have even ignored the whole deal. When Fitty asked him to pay up, and eventually as things got heated, Mayweather had his crew tweet nasty stuff toward 50.